So, how long does change take?
Well, that kind of depends on who you ask. We did a little research. So, apparently, it takes over 2 months, 66 days to be exact. Of course, when they said that, the very next sentence goes to, then it varies based on behavior, based on the person, and based on the circumstances. It could be anywhere from 18 to 254 days.
Same source.
Same source.
Two different answers within that same source.
Not to be a bit more exact, they did state that the 66 days was the average time. But still, if it's between 18 and 254 days, let me tell you something. You don't know what you're doing. Another source says that there's a 2190 rule, which is that you take 21 days to create a habit, and then another 90 days to continue the habit, which to me is exactly the same thing.
That'd be 111
because that's 111 days to create a new habit, according to them. Because there's no shift between the 21 and the 90. It's just, you just continue. It's like, well, that's what you did after day one. You continued to do what you did on day one.
Yeah.
So that's another source. Then, of course, there's the rule of 28, which is that it takes between 21 and 28 days to create a new habit. There's a book from 1960, it says it takes 30 days to break a habit. And of course, one of the main reasons as to why it takes so long to change a habit is, strong neural pathways make breaking a habit or starting a new one very difficult. And that's all crap. Why is that all crap? Well, that's all because they're stupid. And I say that in as much love as possible, because as much as I absolutely love some of these people, including the late Bob Proctor, brilliant man. But when it came to how to create a new habit, stupid. I love the man. Brilliant man. But on that one particular topic, stupid. Because he and everybody else that writes these numbers down and tells you it's going to take a long time deals with making a subconscious change using your conscious mind only. Doing daily affirmations, using willpower, using the 0.006% of your mind to make a change for the other 99.994%. And that is stupid. We've known for a very long time how to get that other 99.994% involved. So anyone not doing so, and after knowing how, well, do I need to say it again? Stupid.
The other thing with that is you can create a habit. I have a habit of reading my Bible daily. And literally a couple days ago, I forgot to read chapters in the Bible, not because it wasn't a habit and not something that I didn't want to do. Mm-hmm. I just got distracted and forgot to actually do it. Yeah. So you can have a habit and do it. I was doing it for more than a year and still forgot. So
how long does it take to create a habit? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Because they're using conscious mind to do it. Now, how long does it really take to make a change? How long does it actually take to change those neural pathways? To actually disconnect from here and connect over to here? Well, one of the many things that we do is called a swish pattern. It's a 5-minute process. And 3.5 minutes is explaining the process. The other 1.5 to 2 minutes is actually just doing it. So how long does it take? About 2 minutes. That's about how long it takes. Could be less, really. Because I've done them on myself. It's actually even faster. So it takes seconds or minutes to reprogram the mind. And sometimes, like if you're doing massive changes, it can take a bit longer for the brain to catch up. But the mind loves speed. It changes fast.
Especially the subconscious mind.
The thing is, even with all of these conscious behaviors trying to create change, it's not that you get slightly closer to being changed, that you get slightly changed. this day, and then the next day you're slightly more changed, and the next year slightly more changed. It's really just day after day after day after day, and then suddenly you change. You've suddenly created a habit. It just took a long build up. Because the change is always sudden. And this is the same thing you see in therapy. There's nothing happening, nothing happening, nothing happening, nothing happening, nothing happening. You're wondering, why am I spending all this money? And we wonder that too. But nothing happened, nothing happened. And then suddenly, maybe, eventually, if you stick it out long enough, and if they know what they're doing, according to their rules, eventually you'll have a sudden change. But it didn't take you 5 years to make this change. It took you 5 years to be ready to change, and then you changed.
Yeah.
But change happens about that fast. It is sudden, it is rapid, and if you do it on purpose, when you know what you're doing, it's always like that. You don't have to take the long time to build up. There's no point in it. This is why we don't recommend slow, ever. I will admit that slow and cheap is still better than slow and expensive. So, if you just don't have the money to work with us or somebody else like us, then at least go slow and cheap, because that's going to be your self-help books, which, we have stuff like that. We do have ebooks available. That'll also be things like hypnotic recordings, or as we call it, what is it? Automatic unconscious reprogramming is actually a phrase we use for that, for people who don't like the word hypnosis or whatever. You can also call it guided meditation. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing.
And sometimes with some of that, you will see a fast change with hypnosis.
The thing is, the pre-recorded ones like that, they're about 35% effective. And the main reason for that is because it's not specifically designed directly for you. Any of the work that we do, it is specific to our client. Now, pre-recorded stuff, it's still a good thing. It can still make changes. You may have to listen to it more than once for it to actually take effect. Whereas, working with us one-on-one, first time out, it makes a change every time. On a rare occasion, it needs a little bit more tweaking afterwards. But unlike the pre-recorded, it always works. And pre-recorded eventually works for the vast majority of people. It's extremely rare that someone isn't able to be benefited by those. But you may have to listen to it several times on the same subject.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
If you are trying to do a habit that is more of a thing you do every day and you miss a day, just pick it back up the next day. It's not the end of the world to accidentally miss a day.
Absolutely. And definitely refrain from beating yourself up over it. It's okay. You're human. You make mistakes.
Yeah, I was like, what I did the next day was just read the chapters I missed the day before and the chapters for that day, and I just went on. I didn't tell myself if I did anything wrong, because it just happens.
It's not a big deal.
Life gets busy and you get distracted. Okay.
So remember to be smart rather than stupid. And make your changes quick and on purpose. So, again, how long does it take to make a change? About like that. Well, that's all for this video.
If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment or a question below.
It really does help to let YouTube know that others should also be watching these videos. Also, remember to check out our Facebook group. It's all about relationships of any kind. And of course, most importantly, click below and schedule that free consultation. We have options for people at every level. Whatever your problem is, if we don't have a YouTube video for it, we can get you some other kind of resource, even if there's no money in the bank. So even if you can't actually do a personal one-to-one with us, there's options. Definitely click that link, schedule that call. And that's all we got for now. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.